Well, hello, Cancer gang. How are you doing? This is your love reading if you have Cancer in your Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus placement, okay? The reading is going to go like this. We are going to start out looking at your current person. Then we are going to look at new opportunities that may be coming in, and we will pull all of it together and make some sense of everything towards the end of the video, okay? We'll do like a general reading for all of you guys with Cancer in your significant placements, okay? If you haven't already done so, I hope you will subscribe to my channel and make sure that your notification bell is set to receive all notifications from me so that you'll know when I upload readings and other type of content. Sometimes I just do chats, okay, about things that are on my mind that I feel like might be helpful to you guys, okay? Wow, my cards are going crazy. Apparently there is a very important message for you guys today, okay? And of course, y'all, when you like and comment on the video, and of course share, you know, it's greatly appreciated, okay, guys? All right, so with that being said, current person, let's get their energy, your energy, and a probable outcome, Cancer gang. Their energy, your energy, and a probable outcome, Cancer. If you see a little smoke, I have incense burning too, okay, to try to just keep the energy nice, okay? All right. Well, Cancer, a lot of nervousness here. A lot of nervousness. There are some positives here. Let's talk about this thing. All right, so here's the thing. You know, you got in your person's energy. Well, you know what? Let's start with your energy. All right, you have the Two of Wands in reverse, the Ace of Swords in reverse, and the King of Cups in reverse, Cancer. At the center of this thing, you have, and I think you have you have every zodiac sign in the minors. You do not have any major arcana, so we won't focus on that so much. But okay, you have at the very center of your energy the Ace of Swords in the reverse, okay? The meaning of that card when it comes up in the reverse is really all about not seeing the forest for the trees. Many times, Cancer, when that card comes up, you don't see the most important thing about a situation, okay? Now, I think you are really on the fence about this thing. Really on the fence about whatever issue or issues, because I see a couple of possibilities here. Really hung up on not being able to make a decision about this thing, okay? You got a lot of doubt in your mind. You're really stuck in the decision. You're really confused about the whole thing. Well, of course, the Ace of Swords in the reverse, okay? You're not seeing something, okay? And you really got a lot of doubts about it. Now, King of Cups in the reverse, okay? And I'm going to talk to you. I love you, Cancer, but we're going to have to chat, okay? This is going to be heavy on the advice. I can tell you from the reading. I knew that from the get-go, okay? From the jump on this thing, all right? There is something that has happened here in the past. I don't know how distant of the past it was, okay? But you're really having a hard time getting over this thing, getting past it. Now, I don't know how serious the issue was, okay? If it was something like somebody was 30 minutes home, getting home for dinner because they, you know, whatever, well, that's one thing. Now, if they, you know, cheated, that's another thing. This is a general reading, so we may be talking about who knows what. But let's go to your person's energy, all right? Knight of Swords, very nervous, very chaotic, and very impulsive. And honestly, could be like quick to shoot off at the mouth. Very sharp tongue here, okay? And the Seven of Wands in the reverse, just really kind of not feeling any spark about this thing, okay? Not feeling any spark about this thing. Now, what's weird is that your person has the Five of Cups in the reverse, okay? So, honestly, that card is a timeline, and let's talk about that. That literally says that there was a point where you thought this was the worst thing ever, turns out to be the best, okay? So I think your person right now, though, is kind of caught in whatever this thing is being the worst, in their mind, being the worst thing ever. Okay? That's what I get. So, for many of you, this must have been a pretty big thing. You're really hung up about it. King of Cups in the reverse, okay? That is certainly can speak to, sometimes it's about holding grudges, rehashing the past, and being in victim mentality. Okay, now, the only way that I can fault you for this is at some point, Cancer, you're going to have to make a decision. Is whatever happened too much to, be able to work through to stay with this person? Okay, that's the question here. Okay, if it's too much, either way, you need to forgive them. Okay, and that takes time. That's easier said than done, but it is really about releasing bitterness and anger so that you don't repress that stuff, and then it becomes part of your shadow self and it causes you major problems. Okay, so either way, you do have to go inside and do some energy work here. Okay, now, but if this thing is so big that you feel like that you don't want to be with this person anymore, then you don't need to stay. Okay, because if you don't want to be in this victim mode. Okay, when you take responsibility for your own circumstances and you say, okay, we're going to work through this, we're going to get past it, scenario one, okay, or, you know what, this is just, this was just crossing a line that I can't deal with, and I'm going to have to move along. But either way, it puts you in the driver's seat of your car, okay, of your life. Okay, now, I'm getting a lot of, and I said this, you're on the fence about whatever this is. Okay, now, and really, really stop. You just really, and let me tell you something, not making a choice is making a choice. Okay, I'm just going to call you out on that too. And I really think you're stuck. And what I think you're not seeing is that you have more control of your situation than you think you do. Okay? I think you feel stuck right now. Two of Wands in the reverse. Okay? But what you're not seeing is this. You can take control. You can either decide that, okay, I'm going to work through this. We're going to get past it. We're going to try to make another stab at this thing. Or, okay, I'm going to, cut my losses here, and I'm going to, go off by myself and heal my wounds and, patch myself up, but either way, I think that's what you're not seeing. And because you're not seeing that, you're feeling stuck, but at the end of the day, you're the one doing it to yourself, Cancer. And I love you. Okay. I really do. This is spoken in love, but I think you're in victim mentality here. And I'm not saying the person didn't do you wrong. In no way am I excusing crappy behavior. No. What I'm also not excusing is you not taking control of your life and either moving on or saying, okay, we're going to move past this and work through this and do the work. Now, both people would have to do that, okay? It takes two to dance the dance of dysfunction and debacle, just as much as it takes two to dance a beautiful tango. Okay, so with that being said, let's move along to the probable outcome. Here's what's really funny about this thing. Again, I get a lot of anger and bitterness and resentment here. Knight of Wands. This is very chaotic energy. Quick to anger, easily provoked. Probably because we're over here in victim mode and we've buried our feelings and put it in our shadow, and this is how it's going to, man, when you see this card, this person's got shadow work to do, okay? All right, and I'm not saying the other person doesn't either, okay? Because your person over here is, very chaotic and impulsive and shoot first, ask questions later, lightning fast, but really just, it's kind of like, this big spark and then it fizzles out and it's gone, okay? And I almost get in and out of energy here. I really do. Because you got this, that's all, you know, big and bad, and you got the lack of motivation here. And then you got the Five of Cups in the reverse in between. So it's just, you know, I think this person is all over the place. Very possibly because they know you are here and here. And I'm not blaming you. They're responsible for what they're doing too. They can take control of their life. But I'm talking to you right now, okay? They have to fix themselves, and you can fix yourself. You can't fix them. They got to make a decision. I'm not saying you can't have a heart-to-heart with this person. You know, if you have any thoughts of staying with this person, then certainly I would think that would be step one in this, okay? But again, a lot of anger here, okay? Seven of Cups. Really, really just, you know, feeling a lack of spark. Okay, I don't see endings in the probable outcome. And you know what's interesting that really confuses the heck out of me, and we're going to clarify this whole thing. You have the Ten of Pentacles here. Okay, now, it may be that you guys are you know, this is as much a financial decision as anything else. Maybe that, you know, maybe you guys together, maybe you work together, maybe you're self-employed together, in business together, whatever, possibly. But I think, you know, I think somebody is possibly concerned about financial loss, and maybe that is heavily influencing a decision. And you may both feel like financially you're just miles ahead to stay with this person. That is not a good reason to stay with a person. I'm not saying you should leave this person. I can't tell you that based on this. But what I can tell you is that if you decide to stay with a person, it shouldn't be because you're lonely. It shouldn't be because you're a homosexual and you need money, or you feel like you're better off financially. Finances should have nothing to do with a decision about romance, except that someone is financially stable when you're considering them for romantic connection, okay? But other than that, you know, it really shouldn't come into play. And I really think it is. I think you're up in your head about this thing. Okay, and maybe they are. Somebody is for sure. So I don't see it coming to an end, but I really think that, you know, going forward, there's not going to be a lot of spark. There's going to be a lot of anger issues and a lot of bitterness, okay? And you know, there's probably a lot of passion here, physical attraction, okay? Maybe, maybe not. But, you know, I think this would, if you stay together right now, this is what the energies tell me you're staying there for, the pocketbook, okay? So with that being said, that, you know, that's kind of my advice. Can you disrupt the energies? Yes, we've talked about how you can do that, okay? Doing the shadow work and energy work. Now, it's going to take both of you to do it. And if both people aren't committed, then you're going to repel energetically anyway. You're not going to be aligned, and it's going to end in a debacle anyway, which may be best, okay? So I pulled, I think you have a lot of history with this person. Maybe that's part of this. Maybe there's children involved, okay? You got the Six of Cups here. But at the end of the day, Eight of Pentacles reversed, really out of balance. So, you know, I don't see anything that speaks strongly to endings, you know, but what I do see is right now, until somebody's, both of you, step up to the plate, you're slated to just continue in the cesspool and be miserable, quite honestly, both of you. That's kind of what I'm seeing. Do not stay together because of children, because, you know, the worst thing you can do is subject children to a dysfunctional situation. So if that is your game, I feel very compelled to say that to you guys, okay? Don't do that, okay? Do not do that. That is not a good reason to stay together. It is better for children to have a solid model of what healthy single is than dysfunctional couple, okay? So with that being said, that's where I see things, Cancer. That's kind of what I see. All right, Cancers, if you are looking to see what new opportunities may be in the energies around you that you may not be aware of, or you may be aware of, I'm going to describe traits to be looking out for, the good, the bad, and the ugly, okay? Let's take a look, Cancer gang. All right. All right, so, you know, you got some good ones, okay? Mostly good, okay? And I'm not really telling you how many options. I'm just going to describe some characteristics, okay? Now, there is going to be the following traits that you want to look for. Somebody is going to come in really slow, and they're going to seem overly guarded at first. But really, I think they're just being cautious, okay? I think it's going to go very slow, okay? But it has a lot of staying power. 8 of Cups in the reverse, okay? This is the messenger. This is, you know, information coming in, communication from somebody. But it's going to be slow, and it's going to be real. They're going to be really cautious, okay? And they may not come in with like that person that starts out immediately texting you, good morning, beautiful, or good morning, hottie, or gorgeous, or whatever, you know. But at the end of the day, I like this one, okay? I do, because it does have staying power. This is one that you need to trust the divine timing on if you're interested in this one, okay? Now, there's another one that is, you know, I don't know if this is another one or just the same energy. But once they make up their mind, they will not hesitate to make a love offer, okay? All right? Probably this person has worked through a lot of stuff in their past, okay? And may still be patching up their heart a little bit, but they're not coming to you out of loneliness. It's out of a very healthy energy here, okay? That Ace of Cups, I love to see that represented with the love offer, because that tells me that the individual's own cup is overflowing. And the way that they do that is by going inside and doing energy work, okay? This may be 2 options or one and the same. I kind of think for the majority of you Cancers, this is 2 different options, both being good. One is going to come in a very direct way, okay? All right, so that's kind of what I get for that one, okay? And one of them is going to come in slow, but I like both of them. All right, now let's talk about this other thing. All right, there is somebody who is still recovering from a third-party situation / heart or heartbreak, okay? Be very, very cautious of this. And they are going to try to hide it from you, but if you're doing your regular energy work, it is going to be as if somebody wrote it in big, fat, red letters on your wall in your house. This person is a heartbreak looking for a place to happen. I don't think they're a bad person. I just think that they really don't understand the need to work through their baggage before moving along to the next relationship. And they're kind of on that relationship hamster failure wheel. So look out for that, okay? That's what this is about. You know, and really, they're, you know, they, unlike your other person, they are operating like this, where they have an empty cup to begin with, and they want you to fill it, okay? And they'll probably come across overly clingy. Loneliness will be an issue with these people, okay? And, yeah. So, yeah, I would just be very, very mindful of that, Cancer game, okay? So, with that being said, let's pull all of this together for my Cancer folks. Let's pull it all together, Cancers. What do we need to know? What do we need to know, Cancers? What do we need to know? Let's take a look. All right, so some of you have a strong soul. Woohoo! Aquarius, Scorpio, and fire energy. Let's just talk, Cancers. Some of you are dealing with a strong soul connection, blending of families and or having children with this person. Long-term happiness. This is the card of the 1111 card, and it is a strong, intense, you know, soul connection with, you know, characteristics like the twin flame community describes. But if you've watched me for any length of time, you know how very guarded I am about using that terminology. There is a lot of hope here and a lot of optimism. Better days ahead for you, okay? That's the card of hope and healing and optimism and better days ahead. Aquarius energy, the star card. Death reversed, a lot of staying power. Both of these cards speak to that. Perseverance, transformation for you, okay? And I know that's not the typical definition when death is reversed, but I think it's going to be a transforming situation for you. I like it. This is a beautiful opportunity, okay? Beautiful opportunity. All right. Let's get a quote for you guys real quick, Cancer gang. Quote for you guys from my little 3x5 deck that I have made you guys, okay? All right. What a lovely surprise we talked about this in the part of the reading where I talked about people coming in and out of loneliness and how you need to be careful of that. What a lovely surprise to finally discover how unlonely being alone can be. Ellen Burstyn. I love that. Isn't that pretty? John, and I may be saying this wrong, John Kabat-Zinn. All suffering, stress, and addiction comes from not realizing you are already what you are looking for. And, you know, we talk about addiction to people many, many times, okay? Looking for other people to fill the void that only you can fill, okay? And I like this one. People love me because I speak the truth, and people hate me because I speak the truth. And you know what? I said this earlier in my Gemini reading. I am the Queen of Swords, and I will speak my truth uncompromised, okay? So, that's definitely my energy. And I like this for you, Cancer. Let's just leave this one at this. You know yourself better than anyone, yet you crumble at the words of someone who hasn't even lived 1 second of your life. Focus on your own voice only. There you go. All right, Cancer gang. Thank you for watching. I really, really appreciate all of my viewers and subscribers, okay? Wishing all of you, many, many blessings.